Hey everybody, John Osborne here. Let's take a look at where we are today on March 9th, 2017, and we'll look at some Forex pairs. We'll focus on what we looked at yesterday mostly. So in the Aussie yen, you can see we did break down through this pivot that we were saying on the daily, but we came back up and retested it with a vengeance, went up past above it and high again. But we're still sitting right at that point right now, so I'll still be watching it to go lower with this bearishness that we're seeing on the daily and the weekly. The Aussie Kiwi, you can see we've been watching this rise up here, and we said that it's not surprising that it stopped at 1.09195, and it's pausing for a little bit, and we got good strength on the weekly and on the daily. So you can see we've got a micro downtrend line here that we want to see if we can break above. So I think we're going to resume back up again, or if I had to pick one way or the other, I would say that we're interested in heading back up. And that would be a break above 1.08938 or wherever we are along this trend line at the time. Okay, but it is looking a little bit bearish on the 240. Yesterday we talked about breaking through these support lines here and how it went back up and retested some of those. It was staying in between the first two, and sure enough we broke right down through the bottom one here, and we've gone in and retested and pulled back a little bit, and right now we're sitting right around this support that's on daily here, but we still expect to see if we can run through that support to go lower. We got bearishness across the board here, with bearishness just starting to pick up on the weekly. In the Euro cable, you can see that we did break above this pivot just a little bit by a hair and then pulled right back down again. So we'll be watching to see if we can get any more strength there, but there is still a little bit of a bias to head down, and so we were still wondering which way we're going to go, if we break higher or lower, and we're still that way today. With the cable US dollar, we're still sitting on this daily trend line here, so we're watching for a break on there. We can see it on the weekly as well, so watch for a break there lower. And in the Kiwi Loonie, you can see that we're continuing to break lower. We broke down below the daily pennant as we showed before, and now we are going back up and retesting this previous support so far today and moving down a little bit lower. We're showing a little bit of bullishness in the 240, but still looking quite bearish on the daily and the weekly. And finally, at the US dollar Loonie, you can see we are continuing to move up towards that 1.35978. So we'll be watching to go a little bit higher. We're starting to get a little bit extended as we approach that resistance line. So we might see a little bit of a slowing, but we'll see what happens when we get above this previous line here. Let's watch to see if we can get above 1.35295 and see if it will go a little bit higher. All right, that'll do it for today, and we'll catch you next time.